I said you better watch what you're doing, 'cause I ain't gonna stop when I'm moving. I'm headed to the top, I'ma do it. I'm headed to the top, I'ma prove it. And I could go all night, I'm sick of being nothing. All right, I'm gonna be something. I'll fight with every breath, trust me. I'ma be the one at the top, you can't touch me. I bleed with every word coming. I would rather die than be someone who's nothing. I'm the type of dude who will not remain nameless. I'm the type of dude who is headed for greatness. I'm the type of dude who could really make changes, 'cause I'm the type of dude that's becoming contagious. I'm the type of dude that will always be ageless. I'm the type of dude that will always feel shameless. I'm the type of dude that they say is fucking heinous, 'cause I'm the type of dude that you know is fucking dangerous.
You are absolutely right. The way he went about it was absolutely wrong. Like, so, like I said, I'm not
of my Jewish hatred that actually goes. Other than the fact that why are y'all popping out of the sewers in New York City?
Annunciation Catholic Church. You couldn't call it pronounced Catholic Church?
Yeah, pronounce the Catholic.
Now, what percentage of the bears that you pass do you think is going to attack you?
When I think about it, it's kind of like the thought of the possibility. And like you said, yes, I guess it's fear mongering. It could be whatever. The possibility of being raped versus the possibility of nothing versus the possibility of like nothing versus rape or like nothing versus death.
I feel like you have a lot of opinions for somebody who has experience with only 11 men versus the women who have experience with a lot of men.
I grew up on the streets, and where I'm from, if you're a woman on the streets, you either man the up or you get pimped out. Well, I have plenty of experience with men, so don't think for a second that I'm coming here with some naivety to men. Does that mean that I'm going to look at those men and say, Brian's going to do the same thing? This gentleman over here is going to do the same thing? 90% of the population is going to do that? No, because I'd be doing myself a disservice, and as women, we should not be living in this constant fear where we think that men are just going to come like rape us, and we should be living in the forest with bears. Now, what percentage of
I like Roma. And she always brings up actual good common sense fucking arguments. But how in the hell are you going to tell a woman with the story of Roma that just because you've slept with 11 men and we've slept with a lot more, you shouldn't be telling us about ourselves? Do I have to whore myself out to get through to you? This is fucking dumb. Do I have to go down the same goddamn route you do to tell you how stupid it is? I mean, how much of an argument do you think that would fly in any real fucking circle? You're not as much of a whore as me, so you can't talk about being a whore. I'll never understand this stupid shit. I'll never understand why people believe the retardation of all that. Like, seriously. You'd rather live in the woods with a fucking bear that can and will kill you as soon as it gets hungry than a fucking man who more than likely is not going to rape you. He probably ain't gonna look at you and smile and be all nice, because, I mean, after a fucking decade of saying men are fucking evil, yeah, men are not going to look at you in any weird way, because they're going to look at you and just be like, that bitch is going to actually try to say I raped her. And keep walking. Men have been programmed for it, so yes, I understand it. But I do love Roma. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to say hi to everybody. I don't have chat up here with anything yet, but we'll hit that up a little later. We got Jonah with us, U.S. Abby Girl, Dominion After Dark, Miss Twinkle Toes. Dane Boy is with us. How y'all doing today? Let's see, we got Jacob Castro, who did raid earlier, coming in with us. How y'all doing, Mama Lynn? Let's see, we got the Leering Center with us. Denny Boy? Denny Boy? Denny Boy? I'm just going to call you Den Boy. I don't know what that... I don't know how to pronounce that. But yeah. Let's see, we have Sober and Sedan with us. Wes on the YouTube side coming back in later on. But yeah, he's watching the Starship launch when he comes back. When I come on. So yeah, he's watching. What up, Renegade? Ladies and gentlemen, look. The Senate's about to go on a 2-week holiday. We still ain't got the SAVE Act to hit anything. That's been stalled out in the Senate and has been sitting there for, what, a couple of months now? Oh, look, there he is. Starship launch is scrubbed for tower malfunction. Holy shit. Imagine sitting up there for a couple fucking hours and then right before you launch, you're like, nah, we can't do this. Let's scrub it. Bitch, I've been in the seat for 3 damn hours already. What are you talking about? We launched this bitch. I don't care if it explodes. That was bullshit. But yeah, but they're going on break again for the holidays. They're gonna be off for 2 weeks. They won't be coming back till what, June 13th? No, April. June, July, April, May, June. Yeah, June 13th. And they won't be. No, I'm sorry, I got that wrong. June 1st, right? Let me make sure. Let me track this story back. Okay, no. Okay. They'll be taking a break for 2 weeks, and then they'll be coming back on June 1st, which is the day this deadline was supposed to be done for this shit. Okay? What this is like provisions for CBP and ICE and funding for that shit. That, you know, all that shit back shit that they fucked off with. It's for that. It's to help boost them a little bit fucking more. And, yeah, they're missing that fucking deadline to get that done.
CBP. For more on that, we're going to send it out.
Wait, let me rewind that.
Of chaos on Capitol Hill as Senate Republicans are now set to go home until June. That's significant because that now puts them on course to miss a June 1st deadline that was set by President Trump to pass a reconciliation funding package to give money to both ICE and CBP. For more on that, we're going to send it out to Fox News Chief Congressional Correspondent Chad Pergram on Capitol Hill. Chad, it sounds like things just completely fell apart today. Fill us in. What happened?
Bill, good afternoon. Here's what happened. Todd Blanche, the acting attorney general, was summoned to Capitol Hill to meet with Senate Republicans. They had a lot of concerns about this compensation fund, and they were going to have to go through what's called a vote-a-rama, a lengthy vote series where Democrats were going to put Republican senators on the record on every single vote here voting on something related to that compensation fund. And there were some Republicans who had a lot of reservations about this, too. I am told that they have to go back to the drawing board and completely start this bill again. I'm told that Tom Cotton, Republican senator from Arkansas, had some very pointed questions to Todd Blanche in that meeting today. The same with Chuck Grassley, the longtime senator from Iowa as well. And you could see just how glum some of the senators were, some not even talking to the press because they just wanted to get out.
Yes, ma'am.
As soon as they sent out the notice that they were cutting
they're
senators,
not coming back till June 1st.
that is the signal that this bill to fund the Border Patrol and ICE is dead in the water. The whole idea was that they were going to work late this week, get this done maybe in the Senate overnight tonight, and then move this to the House of Representatives, and the House would just have to sync up. As you mentioned, this June 1st deadline, that's something that was made up. It's something that the president said he wanted this done by, but they have been dealing with spending bills for the 2026 appropriation cycle since this time last year. And so they have to go back to the drawing board. They have to rejigger this.
No, ma'am. This is not rage bait. How you doing, KB? No, ma'am. This is not rage bait. This is not rage bait. They are going home until June fucking 1st. Like this dude said, they're supposed to go back to the fucking drawing board on all this shit. They're going home.
Bill, it's not going to get done right now. And even though President Trump has been on a winning streak politically, he's not getting done what he wants legislatively here on Capitol Hill as they miss that deadline. Bill?
All right, Chad, and I'm just reading some text from our Capitol Hill team here. The House also...
Imagine having a big project that must be done on a certain date. You need to start the fuck over again 2 weeks before the deadline, and you're just like, nah, I need to go home. And still having a job. Imagine that. Imagine fucking up something so hard at work you need to start all over again. You take a whole fucking damn near 2 weeks off. And you're not coming back to work till the deadline's done. Imagine having a job after doing that.
expected to leave today after their vote series at 4:30 p.m. So both the Senate and the House leaving and will be going home. Obviously, President Trump not going to be happy about this. As you mentioned, they will be missing that June 1st deadline. Chad Pergram, live on Capitol Hill. Chad, thanks as always.
Now, it's something that was just pulled up out of his ass, but what are you trying to do? Just flop your dick on the table and say mine's bigger at this point because we'll do whatever the fuck we want to do? Okay, fine. Get them all the fuck out. Vote every single goddamned one of them out. They got the primaries coming up, right? Vote for the fucking opposite. May not have to be a Democrat. Vote for somebody else on the motherfucking ticket. Don't vote for them at all. Vote for everybody else on the ticket but them. What the fuck are we doing, America? You wonder why shit can't get done? I watch fucking House hearings all the time because they're more entertaining than the fucking the Senate hearings. The only ones that I actually do like in the fucking Senate are Hawley, Tuberville, and Kennedy, because they make great fucking arguments. There's a lot on Tuberville that I do not fucking agree with. And if he becomes the governor of fucking Alabama, I'm gonna hold his fucking feet to the fire, because you're not gonna be my governor just because you coached football at Alabama. I'll be goddamned, motherfucker. But yeah, they make great fucking arguments. The others, I don't know. Katie Britt, she has her shining moments, and I'm okay with her remaining as senator. But everybody else, y'all are, how the fuck does Lindsey Graham win time after time after time? Everybody's freaked out about that motherfucker. You're gonna sit there and tell me nobody ever runs against this dude? Because, oh, they know they won't win? Are you fucking sure about that? Because his own goddamn area don't fucking like him. There's nobody that I know in Kentucky that likes that motherfucker. Somehow he gets voted in time and time. Maybe that's why they don't really, both sides really don't want you to look at the election. I mean, we brought up Van Drew time and time and time again. How the fuck did Mitch McConnell make it until he stroked out damn near every single time he was on camera? How the fuck did Jerry Connell die in office? We had another one die in office. There's, you realize there's about 2-3 missing members of the fucking House of Reps. They don't know where the fuck they are. And they ain't been there for months. What the fuck are we doing, America? Oh, we need to pass a Save America Act. Bigger than shit now. Motherfuckers are dying and nobody's telling them. So you're telling me districts don't have actual representation like they're supposed to? Because you're not going to say, hey, this person fucking died. This is fucking dumb. Rep. Millie Miller just went into maximum pressure mode on Senate Leader John Thune, saying the GOP must pass not only the Save America Act, but legislation that blocks foreign nationals from funding ballot harvesting. I'm sorry, suck what?
American citizens deserve secure elections and to know that their votes are guaranteed. They're tired of fraud and their faith in our elections is dwindling.
Yes.
We all know the Democrats want to cheat by not passing the Save America Act. But I will continue to fight every day to get that piece of legislation to the president's desk. In this committee, we passed H.R. 8721, the Preventing Foreign Interference in American Elections Act, that makes important changes to our election laws by prohibiting foreign nationals from funding ballot harvesting and ballot collection efforts. This common sense bill, put forth by my colleague, will help the American people gain confidence in their elections while curbing foreign influence that seeks to undermine our institutions. American citizens.
Like I told you guys, it's worse than you thought. I told you that story a while back, a long time back, about how me and the little news group that I was involved with had a meeting to go over what we had discovered about the 2020 election. And again, every damn time I show you that Harvard data, yeah, that was me autistically going through it. It doesn't fucking make sense. Every single one of us found something fucking weird. And then all of a sudden, we get asked to make a presentation by one of the guys in the group. We get together, we make this presentation. And it turns out it was one of the staffers that we were presenting this information to. And all that information led up to a September 10th fucking hearing. I think it was 2024. September 10th, 2024. It was right the day before my fucking birthday. I skipped listening to that hearing because I was just like, you know what? My birthday's the next day. I'm just going to take a day off too. 2 days off. Fuck it. I ain't doing shit. I didn't listen to that hearing. It was September 12th. I got a message saying, hey, what do you think about that here? And I was like, nah, I didn't listen to it. He was like, you son of a bitch. Listen to it right now. I listened to it. Every bit of our fucking information was every single thing that the Republicans asked. Every bit of it. Any Republican that would, well, okay, there's like one or two that didn't have our information, but most of the Republicans that were talking in that hearing was our information. And what am I talking about? Oh, God. Okay. You people new to the channel, check this shit out. SSA, go to the Social Security Administration website in the search bar, HAVV. This right here is the Help America Vote verification system. Okay? The Help America Vote Act allowed you to register with the last 4 digits of your Social Security number and your last name. That's it. No proof of ID, no nothing. You register to vote. Just saying the last 4 digits of your Social Security number and your last name. It sounds fishy, right? Oh, you have no fucking clue. Let's go to the latest data. Tell me how this shit still runs. In Alabama, in 1 week's fucking time, 2,293 people tried to register to vote using the last 4 digits of their Social Security number and their last name. 457 of them didn't know their information, and 964 were dead when they tried to register to vote for the very first time. And that's still going on in my state to that extreme fucking degree. That out of that 2,293 supposed fucking registrations, only 872 are viable. We've tracked this for what, going on a year and a half now. Damn near constantly. And every damn time we pop this up, there is an anomaly fucking immediately. What tipped this off? Look at this. Look at this. In Illinois, in 1 week's time, 13,051 people just tried to register to vote. 1,169 didn't know their own shit. 1,295 were dead when they tried to register to vote for the very first time. There's 71 in Kansas. There's 6 fucking dead people in Maryland. 334 in Missouri. 86 in New Jersey. How did they register to vote when they're dead? And so, yeah, you want to pass the Save America Act, please? Now, okay. You register somebody that, okay. You want to see something fucking amazing? Now, this has been reversed. You want to see something amazing? What was that? Promoting access to voting. Executive order. I'm fucking around right now. Because maybe Davey might join us, maybe he may not. I don't know, but yes, here it is. 10419. What this right here, this executive order, what it did, it had allowed the federal government, except for maybe like 5-6 agencies, it allowed the federal government the ability to register you to vote. Now with the Help America Vote Act that says You only have to register with the last 4 digits of your social security number and last name. And the government can register you to vote. And we're seeing massive fucking anomalies every fucking week that usually wind up being around the same percentage. Are we seeing an algorithm throw everything at the fucking wall to see what sticks? Because what lit it up is, it was like in 2021, 2022, somewhere around there, Texas. It was during the border crisis and everything. Texas was seeing a massive fucking influx of people using the system. And they report every 2 weeks. They were seeing 6-digit fucking numbers every 2 weeks. And the anomaly was huge. Give me a second. My wife's calling me. Hold on. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My wife made that sound like an emergency. I had to jet real quick. There was a spider in the shower. This is my fucking life. She freaked out over a spider. All right. But yeah, this right here. You're going to sit there and tell me that doesn't sound like an algorithm running through the fucking system, just throwing everything at the fucking wall with that? Holy shit. So yeah, we definitely need to pass a Save America Act. And like I said, I do like Tommy Tuberville and his arguments and everything because he makes some strong-ass arguments. He stands on principle. He blocked a whole bunch of fucking, a whole bunch of promotions within the military. And I think it was for something about, yeah, not paying for trans surgeries in the military. He blocked a whole bunch of military promotions so they didn't have to pay for that shit. I mean, he stood on principle. Every time they were like, I'd like to nominate this guy for promotion, he stood up and said, I object. Every single time. He stood on principle. But anyways, Senator Tommy Tuberville is now calling for the GOP senators to get stripped of their committee chair assignments if they oppose nuking the zombie filibuster or would vote for Democrat amendments on the floor. You got to play hardball. I fucking agree with this dude.
You got to play hardball. We've got several people that it's not going to vote for filibuster, or they'll probably vote for some of the Democrat amendments. You say, listen, you do that, you're out as chairman of a committee. You're out, immediately out. We're going to put somebody else in, because that's the reason people stay here, is to have power. But we do it because of seniority. We don't do it because of merit. We don't have the best people in some of these chairmanships. So we've got to do the right thing. It starts at leadership. We're going to go in, I'm going to listen to it. And if we don't make changes, we go and try to beg people to do things. It doesn't work. Put their feet to the fire. Let's go to work, and let's work with President Trump. You got to play hardball.
And these motherfuckers remain in their committee chairs running shit, and they do absolutely nothing. They stall out places. Bills that have gone past, like House rules, will not hit fucking other committees because they'll never be brought up because they stall the shit out. It goes nowhere. In all these committees, this has fucking happened. If you're not going to fulfill your duties as a chair, why the fuck are you the chair? I agree with it. 100 fucking %. If you're not going to fulfill your duties as the chair of the committee, why the fuck are you the chair? We also got this one right here, though. Stephen Miller fires back about the GOP senators trying to tank President Trump's DOJ $1.7 billion anti-weaponization fund. Those for those wrongly persecuted. Yeah, the one about the J6 defendants. I'm sorry, the J6 insurrectionists getting money for the grievance of the government hunting them the fuck down after committing the insurrection themselves. Huh. But yeah, those people are getting money and everybody wants to block that shit. What up, Tony? Hey! Give me a second here. Tony Hay with again 10 gifted subs. We got K-Bean coming in. Barb Rumberg, Homesteader Games, Lunatic Figure. Thad the Man. Hold Me Tighter's coming in. Rick Donner's coming in. Adam Rocks, L55, and James Arthurand. James Arthur Reed. Welcome, welcome. See y'all Saturday. Spiders are cool, provided that's not a black widow or brown recluse. No, it isn't. No, it was just a regular little house spider shit. She doesn't like them. She gets freaked out easily.
Well, that's a good closing question, only because it allows me to say this, which is that we lived through 4 years of, more than 4 years actually, but I'll just say 4 years in this case, of unimaginable weaponization of the federal government against innocent people. We've had so many lives, it really goes back, so I would say further, but so many lives destroyed, so many livelihoods ruined, so many people who were deprived of their fundamental rights and freedoms as American citizens. And this settlement is just a small measure of the justice that they are owed. Anyways, thank you all for your time.
It is. I mean, the money doesn't, the money will never bring back the time and I'm going to say it, the trauma of the government hunting you down. I know that was actually trauma. I'm not actually trying to make light of that situation, but it won't make up for it. But it's not gonna hurt. At least a little bit of money back from a fucking government that literally tried to persecute me for what the fuck they set up. I mean, I go further with it myself, but all right, fuck it, I'll take it. I guess it would be my reparations, right? Holy shit.
1.8 billion
okay.
Fund. That clearly was a sticking point today up on Capitol Hill. Is there anyone that the president is reaching out to, making calls to? It's not going to be on his desk by June 1st, which I think is a deadline he had set earlier. So,
well, that's a good closing question, only because it allows me to say this, which is that we lived through 4 years of, more than 4 years actually, but I'll just say 4 years in this case, of unimaginable weaponization of the federal government against innocent people. We've had so many lives.
Shit, I didn't mean to start that again. Sorry, I was talking to my wife. But yeah. Let's see, we got Senator Warnock over here, though. If Democrats take control of the Senate, they're going to get rid of the filibuster. So tell me, Republicans, why the fuck? Why the fuck won't you?
In a real sense, they're setting fire to the democracy, and the Supreme Court is pouring fuel on that fire, and we have to stand up in this moment. I'm proud of all that we did when I first entered the Senate. It was the 117th Congress. We passed a lot of legislation. We cut child poverty by 40% for 6 months. We did infrastructure. We did, clean energy, the biggest clean energy bill in human history. Whole lot of good coming right out of the pandemic. I have to tell you, looking at what's happening to our democracy right now, it was a mistake not to take voting rights first, to get John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act over the finish line. I'm proud of all that work we did. If I could, I'd trade all of that for the democracy, for the people's voices.
Because at the end of the day, if you can't vote, none of the policy matters.
Yes,
right.
But it sounds like you're endorsing getting rid of the filibuster. I just want to, that's the point. Like,
yeah, but you got to get the Senate to do that.
Yeah, well, we had every Democrat on that bill, on the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement bill. It passed the House. At the end of the day, it was literally 2 senators.
There we go. Tony Hay again with the 5 gifted subs here. We got Alpha She-Wolf, Donka Horse, Mark Messingill, Fratern, Set Me on Fire. How y'all doing? We'll see you this weekend.
Neither of whom is no longer is in the Senate now, and I think the caucus is on board. If we are so fortunate that the people will put us back into power, we owe it to the people to give them their voice. That's basic. It's foundational, and no arcane Senate procedural rule should block people's ability to be heard in their democracy.
Wait a minute, so the people who have used the filibuster the most are now claiming that they're going to get rid of the filibuster if they take back control so they can push through whatever the fuck they want to push through. And Republicans are just like, nah, we're not going to do it because they're going to do it to us if we do it. What kind of retard shit is this? I'm sorry. This is the dumbest motherfucking argument from Republicans ever. I don't want to do something because they're going to do it anyway. Well, if they're going to do it and shove their bullshit upon the fucking people, shouldn't you do that shit first and shove your bullshit upon the people? No, you don't want to do that because you want to play by the rules. Meanwhile, they're breaking all the fucking rules, trying to steal power everywhere they fucking can, lying about every goddamn thing, trying so fucking hard to stoke the fires of fucking warfare all across this goddamn country, and y'all motherfuckers are saying, no, we ain't gonna do something because they might do it to us. Get them all the fuck out. Every single fucking one of them. Get them all the fuck out. Again, Ron Johnson would just went nuclear. We shouldn't allow Democrats in the minority to run the Senate. The Senate is broken. End the filibuster and save America. We're all fucking yelling to do it now, right?
Is there any way possible to sort of create a longer term visibility about where our economy is, about how much spending we're going to have, about our commitments out there? Because it feels like shenanigans more than anything else, and I just think all Americans are really getting tired of it.
Well, we need to stop allowing the Democrats and the minority to run the Senate, to destroy this country. And that's why I reluctantly have called to end the filibuster. The Senate is broken. There's not much left the filibuster anyway. A lot of my Republican colleagues just refuse to vote to give Democrats the tool that they're going to take anyway. I mean, that's the reality of the situation. When they have the power, they'll end the filibuster. They'll complete their goal of turning America into a one-party nation, Puerto Rico, D.C. into states, this pack the Supreme Court, nationalize their elections. So that's the path we're on. I want to prevent that by passing good legislation to secure our election. That means we have to end the filibuster. We don't have the votes right now in the Republican conference to do that, though.
Both sides fucking want it. Why ain't it done? Spuds with the Gadono here said, would someone please show me in history where in a Western government one was able to vote themselves out of tyranny? Where a Western democracy type government was able to vote themselves out of tyranny? Well, there was that one country. You know, it was called Never Never Land. Yeah, in the country of make believe. Yeah, they had that pirate dude that was trying to rule over the kids, and the kids had an uprising. It worked there, right? I don't fucking know. It never happened. You can't do it. You can vote yourself into it. You got to fight your way out of it. Look, Ebola is trending. How the fuck is a third world goddamn disease coming back to the United States? Oh, wait, didn't we let in millions of fucking people without being vetted or vaccinated for any damn thing? Okay. Let's see. We got John Thune says he'll bring the Save America Act to the floor without the 60-vote zombie filibuster, meaning senators must debate and 50 votes can be possible. Rep. Luna says, we got assurance on the standing filibuster. It is an old school procedure to break through the traditional norms.
And Representative Luna and myself are not willing to allow that.
So based on your discussion, it sounds like you're moving towards.
Yes, based on our discussion right now, we're moving towards it. Also, we got assurances on the standing filibuster, which is incredibly important. I don't know if you guys remember when I was talking about inherent contempt. A lot of people didn't know what that is. The standing filibuster is an old school parliamentary procedure, but it's a way to break through what we consider traditional norms to get voter ID passed. I think that it's brilliant that they came up with it, but exactly that's why we kind of have these discussions, and we're very happy about the outcome. So there should be a vote. There should be a standing filibuster announced soon, and I would actually reach out to Senator Thune's office to ask him about that because they have different rules in the Senate.
So that'll get you to yes tomorrow on the rule.
Yeah, as of right now, we feel very comfortable where we're at based on what we are discussing.
Can I get your reaction to the Clintons agreeing to testify before the Oversight Committee?
I actually just got back from the White House, so that's our first knowledge of that, but I would say that, I actually had inherent contempt prepared for it to be a civil, essentially charge of $5,000 a day.
Oh, there you go. And so, this shit's... Stop talking. This shit's about to get wild. It really is. This shit's about to get wild, too. I actually do think there is some kind of legal civil war going on within our fucking government. I mean, 100% I do. But check this out. Nancy Mace unveils legislation to ban naturalized citizens like Ilhan Omar, Pramila Jayapal, and Sharif Thinidar from serving in Congress. Of course, this would have to be an actual constitutional amendment. This ain't going to happen. Rep. Nancy Mace unveiled legislation Wednesday aiming to ban foreign U.S.-born citizenship from serving in Congress and other high levels of government. The South Carolina Congresswoman, blah, 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 all born in foreign countries were citizens. None were citizens by birth, all sitting in the United States Congress, all making it clear every single day their loyalty is not to America. Owing allegiance to the United States, that oath must mean something. We must make that oath mean something. But Mace noted that the proposed amendment would not impose the very same standards the president and vice president are already required to meet. The people writing the America's laws confirming America's judges are representing America and on the world stage should have one loyalty, America, not any other country. I agree. And I made that fucking argument with you guys. I was physically born in Germany. So by being born here in the United States of America, it makes you automatically owing allegiance to the United States of America. I am an American citizen. My parents were in the Air Force. That doesn't matter. I was physically born in Germany. So does my allegiance go to Germany instead? In other case, what the fuck am I doing here in the first place? It makes no sense, right? And you'd have to do all that with every foreign-born fucking child that has ever served in the military, wherever they were born. Let's say somebody was born in Afghanistan. I don't know why civilians would be in Afghanistan living there with their family. It'd be weird. I don't know. Some things happen. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Because they were born in Afghanistan, they owe allegiance to Afghanistan? That makes no sense, right? Or is it owing allegiance to the United States as you took an oath of office, you took an oath to defend the Constitution, you took an oath to defend the people, you took an oath to uphold the law? And giving an oath to this country means you owe allegiance to this country. And I damn sure wouldn't say that as a kid you put your hand over your heart, you're forced to do that and recite the Pledge of Allegiance as a child. You don't know what the fuck that oath means. Not really. I would not hold you to that. But as an adult, knowing full fucking well, having experienced life for a couple of years, you put your hand over your heart, even if you've been programmed to do it, it's like a binding contract. It's oddly fucking weird when you think about it, how both left and right argue this. But it's oddly fucking weird how you leave out the oddities behind it that would set it apart and just be like, no, you do not owe allegiance at birth to wherever the fuck you were physically born. Because me, an American citizen, would have to give my allegiance to Germany because I was physically born in Germany. It doesn't matter that I was born to U.S. parents. It does not matter. I was physically born in Germany. So because I was physically born there, like you argue Americans have an allegiance because they're physically born here, mine goes to Germany. I reject that fucking argument. Anyway, I want to go over to the Rumble side here. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the Candace Owens, Hunter Biden interview. We're going to hit that up. I'm definitely going to put your chats on the screen so you guys can see what everybody's saying. But, well, I guess it'd be chat because YouTube's not going to be on that side. What up, Ken? I want to say hi to you before we go. But, yeah, appreciate the fuck out of everybody on YouTube. Let me grab the link for you. That's not right, is it? It is that fucking link. Oh, well. Control-C. Let me throw that on the YouTube side for you guys. And give me about 3 minutes, and we will be back just on Rumble.
Hey, it's me, Davey. You know, the simple one. Here at Off Label Podcast, we're all about doing things the off-label way. But without you, we're just two idiots who talk to each other on the internet. So please, if you could, hit that like button, repost, and give us a follow. And if you're feeling frisky enough, throw a comment. We now return you to our regularly scheduled bullshit.
Isn't that hard?
I mean, it's not.
So you know what? It's fine. You're changing history, you're changing culture, and you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. But you had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test. Expect nothing less, your check as I'm chess. What's happening next? He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson. He got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold an obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill no discretion. Your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep, move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they see me. Better stand tall.